Good morning, everyone. A morning mysticism is coming your way. Let's get it done quick because the dogs are on their way. I've been thinking loads about, I'm sure everyone is at some point, the nature of internet, social media usage. I think that's such a gargantuan topic. I don't even think. I think we're just starting to get a feel for what it actually is we're involved in, what we're getting ourselves into here. And I've been trying to figure it out for a long time in terms of who we are online, like how to be online, who's doing what online, what's seen as good online and popular and influential and stuff like that. And ultimately, a lot of people are trying to forward themselves and their lives through social media and looking for the right ways to use it for things to happen in the way they want, including me. Um, it seems that I've started teaching qigong in the last few years, and that's all moving online now. And before that, just heavily involved in making music and trying to get people to listen to that. So there is a way of utilizing social media or the internet to help with all that. So it is like a bit of a game or something about how to be online. Even if you're not, I think everyone is being a certain way online, which ultimately, and this is what I think we're starting to get on the cusp of now, a few things I've read and a few things I've heard, and it's starting to make sense. We're projected, we're all being avatars, we're all being a certain version of ourselves online. I don't think that's anything new. I think lots of people know that, of course. But it's strengthening and bolstering this part of ourselves that we feel. We do it in day-to-day life, normal life. But I think it's a phenomenon that's like gathering pace and gathering momentum. This thing of projecting a certain version of yourself into the world, and in my experience, limited it may be, but there's a correlation between how much of a false self we project in the world and how ultimately disconnected we feel inside. And there's always, at least for me, there's a huge urge to want to reach some level of authenticity, and people who do that, it's always nice to see when there's an authenticity coming from people. I think people who have that comfortability with themselves, they display like a charisma, and it's something that other humans pick up on. It's not just when someone's charismatic we like them. It's when someone we feel is being them their normal selves and showing them in their most human light. I've seen so much of that down the years in the fields of recovery. So anyway, internet and social media usage, what I feel it's doing without knowing it, it's crazy how it's happening. It's so subtle and nuanced. It's exaggerating and furthering this thing in us where we're putting on a false self to the world. Now, it's okay if you know about it, I think. And I think some people do, and some people are clever at it. But I think for the majority of people, it's blindsiding you. I think I have as well, definitely. I actually started laughing about it this morning because it's not to be taken seriously. I think we can take a lot from our relationships online, social media. We can build relationships online, which, I'm sorry to say it, but what can appear a good relationship online could be complete bullshit. It could be made on false premises, because it's like one avatar is reacting favourably to another avatar. So it's like two little false selves getting on together. For those who can be normal and genuine in their true selves online, good luck to them. But I don't think it's possible most of the time. It's hard enough in normal life, and I think the urge for me is to want to try and pull it back, if you like, into how do we get to more truth in ourselves, and social media and the and what we're being like online to try and achieve certain ends, whether we are even aware of it or not, is not the way. So yeah, it's a thing, it's good, it's communication, but it's false ultimately, and it's encouraging and us to attach even more to an even more exaggerated false self. So yeah, not to be taken seriously. I wonder how long that thought will continue. I'll probably end up online at some point today, indulging in that in the same way. This is it. This video is it now. Um, but I just think it's about awareness, and I have a growing sense of awareness about what's actually happening. It's scary, really, because if we're all indulging a false self, then collectively, and social media is now a big collective, isn't it? It's a big collective brain. We're indulging and promoting a false world, and it's like the world, the culture, the culture-driven, man-made world, which is separate from the organic earth with beings, is getting further and further away, and it's getting more and more false. That could be what's at stake here. Sounds dramatic, but I think there's plenty of people who will say the same thing and back it up. So on the one hand, I think we need to be careful and it's serious. On the other, it's a joke. It's just a joke. Going online is a joke, and the relationships on there not to be taken seriously. I'll come back to that one. I'm sure thoughts and opinions may change, but there we are for today. See you all again soon.